doing this thing where I send my husband Instagram reels on divorce just to spice it up a little bit, you know? It works. You should try it. I sent him this Instagram reel on something called marriage meetings. I sent it to him, and he calls me, like, immediately. He said, Cara, what the hell was that? I said, that was marriage meetings. He's like, that couple splits up in the end. And I was like, oh, I probably should have finished that. But the good news is, if I can't finish an Instagram reel that I'm compelled to send you, I will never follow through with divorce.
We are Moms Unhinged, a nationally touring stand-up comedy show. Join us in our podcast as we explore everything from motherhood, midlife crisis, marriage, divorce, online dating, menopause, and other things that irritate us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moms Unhinged. We are where we are, Moms Unhinged. And I am your host, Andrea, and I am joined by the lovely Cara Rosellini from Seattle.
Hello.
Out in the Seattle realm. So welcome, Cara.
The upper left. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, super fun, and super excited to talk to you. You've been on a bunch of Moms Unhinged shows. You've been out here in Colorado traveling around, so it's exciting to be talking to you again, because I know sometimes I'm like, people are off doing the shows and I don't get a chance to say hi, so this has been super fun.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking right now, I think maybe we were on one show together, but it's not like there's a whole bunch of chit chat, you know, because we're all busy. So yeah, this might be the longest conversation we've had.
Could be. There's no kids around. This is just really nice.
Yeah, quiet. I'm in my garage.
This is my whole ploy, to get a chance to talk to people.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm on board.
Other people can listen in.
Yeah. I'm here to
talk. So I want to find out first and talk a little bit about how you got into stand-up comedy. Did you always want to do stand-up?
You know, no. I mean, it wasn't really on my radar, though. I remember I've thought of this. I've thought of this recently. I don't know. Maybe I was a teenager, maybe late teens, and my older brother and I were watching. I think it was Sarah Silverman, and I didn't even really, you know, I knew Late Night. I knew like Tom Lear songs. He was the guy. I don't know if my dad and grandpa listened to him. So it is really old school. And I'm way too kind of young to be a fan of his, because they're probably all 80. But I would listen to his songs, and he played piano. He's like this brilliant physicist who is, I don't know if I think he's still a professor at Santa Cruz, but like for talent shows, I would do those songs, and I would set up a whole like story behind it. Like one of the songs is Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, right? And so I mean, it was just like those type of goofy songs. But anyway, no, I moved. My brother was like, when we were watching Sarah Silverman, he's like, oh, you should do that. And I've only realized that recently that happened. But I moved to LA from Seattle when after college, and I was acting. I was doing a lot of theater, auditioning for mostly commercials, and I was taking an improv class, and I liked it, but I didn't like the lack of preparation. I mean, I like it more now, but I remember driving home, and I would kind of write jokes in my head based on what was done.
Right.
And then I just was like, oh, I should try stand up, because I was in the, belly of the beast of LA, able to just do stand up anywhere. And it was a fantastic way to come up. I loved it. I'm still really good friends with a lot of people from there. And
fun.
Yeah.
That's super fun. So I love that, because it's so true, because improv, it's just not always going to be funny. Sometimes it's funny, it's more on accident, where stand-up is, usually you've got a joke that's going to work, because it's so good. So that's the
hope
fun.
Anyway. That's the hope. But yeah, and people often pair the two who are not in either
Right.
sort of realm, or and I think they're so different. They are
Oh,
so
so different.
different, and
So different.
yeah,
Yeah, you just a whole different skill set
yeah,
for each of
definitely,
those. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
So
that's funny.
yeah, that's
That's
where it
so cool.
began.
So how long were you in LA then?
Oh my gosh, I was in LA for maybe, geez, 10 years, 15 years maybe.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I should know this, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Ish.
around there.
Yeah.
And so then I moved up to Seattle, where all of my family is from,
Hmm.
and I took many, many years off of doing stand up. And like
Okay.
when I'm in LA, or when I was in LA, I would, if I booked, a theater show, I wouldn't do stand up for, 6 months for the duration of the run,
Right.
and then I'd go back. So people
Hmm.
are like, "How long have you been doing stand up?" And it's just not a straight line at all.
Yeah.
So,
For sure. For
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely when you take time off, it feels sometimes almost like starting over. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
I know. I know. It
yeah,
gives me anxiety even if I'm off for a week or two. I
right.
just I
I
just
know.
don't feel right.
I know. I'm scared that I'm like, do I even know my jokes anymore? I don't
Yeah,
really.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that is so fun. So fun. And now you have three kids,
Uh-huh. Yep.
three teenage kids.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Teenage kids. Wow. 13, 15,
15
and
and
17.
17. Yeah, yeah. There's like I always had this idea that when they were little, oh, when they get older, it'll be so much easier to, go out and do stand up or do anything ultimately. And it is
Or
I,
eat or sleep.
I don't I don't I feel bad. I don't want to tell my younger friends with young kids, but for me it is 10 times harder. Like I feel like I am in a incredibly hard stage of
Yeah.
parenting. And
Mm-hmm.
they're like good kids
Right.
just doing teenage things, and it's like wow, and the sort of worry and stress, and how do you
Yeah.
navigate.
Right.
So
It's a like physical difficulty when they're young, you're
mhm.
not getting sleep, things like that. But then when you're older, the mental,
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's
it's terrifying.
it's unparalleled. I can't think of anything to even equate it to. And I would have never believed anybody who told me that it would be like this. And
Yeah.
I'm not putting it down. I wouldn't change anything. Like,
Right.
don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's taxing
Yeah. Well, and
mentally.
especially like we were just talking about beforehand, the way parenting has evolved from when we were young to now. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that's it too, right? There's so many differences in what's available to them, and
Right.
that's the scary thing.
Yes, I mean, I know, I think a lot of us want to be, a more evolved parent than our own. And,
Hmm.
but, I was the youngest of four, or I am the youngest of four kids. And my oldest sister is 9 years older than I am. And
Oh,
so my
wow.
parents were older. I was definitely of the Gen X generation. And that's how I
Hmm.
was raised, which is basically feral. And so, and now it's just like, you have to, I mean, you can just watch everything they're doing, and I don't even like that. Like, I'll tell my kids, I don't need to know everything. You don't
Yeah.
have to tell me everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes I prefer not to.
I know. It's too much,
It is,
right?
it
It's
is,
too
it
much.
is.
I
It
know my son told me some things, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'm trying to be cool,
Yeah,
trying to be cool here.
totally. Don't freak out. Don't
I
freak out.
know. I
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't envy my kids' age. Like, I don't envy that generation at all. I mean, I joke a lot about, being a Gen X kid, but it was just so free and so fun
Yeah.
and so present, I guess, in every
Mm-hmm.
moment you were just there. It was great.
Yeah. 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 And now kids are just, yeah, they have a lot of distractions. What's the gender, boy, girl, or what's the?
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah. It goes, the oldest is a girl, the middle is a girl, and then my youngest is a boy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And then how do you think that plays into the dynamic there with the teenagers? Is it challenging or is there?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think, like now we're supposed to let them have their emotions and stuff, what I mean? We,
We didn't get that.
no, 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 I'm still not allowed to, with my mom. I'm like, but, and so they're vocal and they have their emotions and I let them have them, and I don't know. My son's 13 and he's also the youngest and he's pretty relaxed. And so, so I don't know if it's a gender thing. I don't know if it's where they fall, but the oldest two definitely have some pretty hardy emotions and,
Yeah.
and outbursts, which I actually, in the moment, I'm like, oh, good Lord. But I actually really love because they will not get walked on by anybody. And
Uh,
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That is good. I think definitely there's a bigger sense of self for I don't know, maybe that's I always felt like I just was trying to fit in all the time, but maybe that's I don't know if that's different now or it's
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's kid to kid. I don't know, I mean, with my daughters in particular, they're very different, but they're also very sort of who they are, and
yeah,
they don't really make apologies for it, which again,
right.
I mean, growing up, it was like, oh, I mean, how many times a day do I say sorry? And I know that's kind of a running trope and whatnot, but I think I think that generation has turned the corner, and I think that's a good thing. Sometimes I
Yeah.
think you could apologize.
You could take just a smidgen of responsibility for this
Yeah,
one. You know?
totally.
This one's kind of
Yeah,
on you.
yeah. This is deserving of an apology, but they're not going to apologize for someone bumping into them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that type of
right,
thing. And
right.
I do love that for
Yeah,
that whole generation. I think it's generational. Who knows?
yeah, yeah. Who knows? It's always fun to kind of compartmentalize it all. But
Yeah, yeah. This is true. This is true.
uh, so and now you have so you were in LA, and then when
Yeah.
did you meet your husband? No,
Oh my
husband.
gosh, a long time ago. Like when I moved to LA, we were just, yeah, we were actually roommates. Like, and this is even really kind of interesting because I don't know if, I mean, I guess I'd let my kids do this, but this was of the time I just moved into a random house with a random woman who was renting that house out. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah. Yeah,
she,
now there's background checks. There's all
no,
kinds of, you need like financial credit scores to, it's
yeah, I
all
mean,
like,
you need to know their menstrual cycle, like everything now. But then it was, I don't even think my parents drove me. I think my sister drove me down and dropped me off. And anyway, he ended up renting one of the other rooms. And so
hmm
then we were just friends for quite a while. And
hmm
then, yeah, and then we started dating, sort of. It wasn't a straight line. Neither of us were sort
hmm
of ready to be dating. We were kind of
Yeah,
both in these positions of like, I'm not interested in marriage. I'm not interested in,
yeah,
all that
you're
stuff.
busy.
Yeah. And then we just dated for a really long time and have been married ever since.
Yeah. So how many years of marriage, and then how long have you known him? Just
Oh, okay. So
curious.
let's see. Oh, well, we've been married 20 years. And
Yeah.
then,
Wow.
yeah. And then, I mean, I think I met him like 5 years before that,
Yeah.
maybe.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so a long time together. And so he's seen you, well, I guess you've always had the performance aspect I was going to say he's seen you evolve and start, like so you've always done performing and stand up and things like that. Now, is he a performer as well?
No, not at all. Like, I
Uh-huh.
mean, he is the funniest person I know. And I think I'm not even the only person that would say that. I think many other people would. No, but he is very, he works in, I don't even really know what he does. It's kind of one of the, I mean, he worked when we were in LA at the gas company and did a lot of different, in environmental, so he's very versed with utilities. So now he sells tech to utilities, or I don't know, something like that. I mean, I could, I should know exactly a title and just say a title, but
Huh, it's hard to keep track.
it is. I mean, he sells tech services to utilities.
Yeah. Okay. That
It's
sounds
it's
pretty.
really what it is a
Let's just make it up.
yeah, yeah. All I know is that it's a really basically relationship based sort of
Yeah.
work. So it's
Right.
not like, hey, can I sell you this? And that's the type of guy he is. He's a very just a really good guy, and everybody likes him type of guy because he's transparent. He's not trying to. He's just a good guy that way. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right. Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
but he is incredibly versed in stand up. I mean, he's seen more stand up than
Yeah.
anybody, and
Yeah. So he's supportive of your career, what you're doing.
yeah, I mean, I've thought about this a lot because our kids were looking down the barrel of college and stuff like that, and I do work aside from comedy as well a little bit, but I mean, there's never been a point where he's doubted what I do or said I should stop doing it, or I mean, he's been nothing but supportive
Yeah.
100% of the time, which is pretty cool,
Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And I'm the same with him when he goes on different endeavors. So it just works. It just works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, day to
That's
day, we'll see.
there's works in the most general. There's always it's
Yeah.
always the getting down into the weeds. Let's talk
Right,
about
right.
last,
We'll just
last Tuesday or whatever.
yeah. Yeah. High level. We're just going up here. Yeah.
That's
So
good. That's great. That's
yeah.
great because we were talking a little bit about how there are within Moms Unhinged. There's a fair number of us are divorced, and I have a joke that I think you start mining your marriage for material and you notice a few things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh, wow, that actually is irritating, and I'm going to tell a bunch of people about it.
I mean, yeah, I could see. I can see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't remember. I'm trying to think. I was up right after you, so I'm trying to think of your jokes. I was too busy going over my own set, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is a challenge, because you talk about your husband on stage and, have a few jokes about him. And I did the same too. I started stand up when I was married and then
Yeah.
did get divorced in the middle.
Yeah.
Or whatever, middle somewhat. And we did have to have a conversation, and I was like, well, you know what? This actually happened. I am not exaggerating this. And I had to get a little clearance on what I could talk about. He was like, well, could you just mention that we're amicable or that I'm a good guy? Somehow
Right.
get that in. I was like, okay, I get it. I get it.
that's pretty funny, though.
I'm like, and get your own show. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No,
No,
you do that on your
he's-
time.
He's got plenty of material. I'm sure he could talk about with me. No, but
Yeah.
yeah. So that's great that he's and how about your kids? Are your kids supportive of what you do? And because you do talk about them a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they don't really know any of the jokes I do, and I probably would not. I've switched one around once when one of my kids was there. I did switch it around just because I mean, it's such an outrageous joke that,
right,
but they're kids, so you don't want to,
yeah,
I don't know, hurt their
Yeah.
feelings. But I,
They're big feelings that they're going to come.
what am I saying? They're enormous, huge feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do, particularly now that they're teenagers, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I bet that's a lot of material for you. And I'm like, I know. Like, I mean, down the road, maybe I can talk about some stuff, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of things that I'm like, oh, no, I wouldn't do that. I've
Right.
said something before on stage, and I was talking to a comedian in the back right before, and he's a good friend of mine, and we were just laughing about, I can't remember what, it was something about, it was close to Halloween, and one of my kids was going out to a party and was dressed, as they do in their, outfits that, are a little different than what I would have worn at that age. But,
Right.
but, and I said something about it on stage, and it was super benign. I can't remember what it was, but it was, again, pretty benign. But it bothered me after that I even
Yeah.
said that in a flippant kind of joking way. And
Right.
so from then I've really been, I kind of try to like to be loose and let myself say things off the top of my head when I'm on stage. But I kind of thought, oh, I'm not going to do that around my kids anymore or
Yeah,
with
I
my
was
kids.
right. I was always worried. My kids didn't see my stand up until they were past 18.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was always worried that they would feel like, oh, mom did not like parenting us, because I
Yeah.
would say, like, parenting is so hard. It's so hard, and it is so hard, but you love it. And,
Yeah.
like, so it just was such I was worried I was going to scar them for life. If they saw, I didn't upload some of the stuff to YouTube. I didn't put it out there anywhere. And like,
Yeah.
when I would say, because I have a joke about, I wish I was a sea turtle and they just leave their kids on the beach and head back out to sea,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like, yeah, I would hate to have my kid, like my 13-year-old think, oh God, I'm such a burden to my mom, and it's not
Right.
that. It's like, it's all of that, right? It's just, it's hard, but you love it and you wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And I would fight a bear for my children,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but yeah,
The day to day, it's tough. And
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's funny. One of my daughters, we were having dinner the other night, and she said, God, I can't. Oh, my husband and I had just gone out of town for one night to Leavenworth to hike this hill or whatever. Um, and we were laughing like, oh, because the kids were just being goofy and it was all funny. But I was like, oh, take me back to Leavenworth. And my kid, she's like, it's so annoying. And it was in good fun. She's like, it's really annoying when parents say, complain about their kids. Cause like, we didn't ask to be born. I mean, come on. I was like, kind of valid point. But
That is true.
yeah,
That
I
is
thought
true.
that was a funny thing for
Yeah,
her to say.
it is true. Also, you could unload the dishwasher, okay?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Finish your damn laundry. Could you?
I know, right?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
Oh man, so challenging.
it is.
So, yeah, so one thing I also like to ask to get into is what has been one of your most unhinged times, like where you just thought you might lose it? I mean, I know with teenagers there's probably a lot, but
Oh, yeah, like a half
just
hour
1 to
ago.
10 times. Yeah. 1 to 10.
A, a really unhinged moment with my kids. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I mean, there are a lot because my kids, the girls, don't get their huge emotions from nowhere. But one time, and we do laugh about this now. They were like that really sweet spot age, like the 10, 8, and 6, or something.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like when they still
Everyone's,
like you and want to be around
yeah.
you, and they don't really talk back. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we were we were making cookies. I think it was like Thanksgiving time, and we were going to make cookies. And my mom used to work at this homeless shelter, so we were going to bring these cookies down to this homeless shelter or whatever. And they were fighting over they were fighting over something, but it just got so heated, and I was so upset, and I was like, if you don't stop it right now, you're going to be homeless and you're going to be living in a refrigerator box right outside this house. And they're like, I'm like, I have just crossed like 5 lines right there. Like, I mean,
You're gonna be homeless.
because you're not going to live in our house, and I bring up a refrigerator box. Like, what is wrong with me? I am sure that
Oh
will
my
come up in
God.
therapy. So that
Yeah,
was
I know.
wish I could have
It's
taken that back, but
it's so funny what comes up. It's just what makes you some, and then you look back and you're like, what was the problem? I don't know. You just yeah.
yeah. I mean, sometimes doesn't it just come down to all the noise coming at you and
Yeah,
all
it
the
is. It's
ugh,
so much. You're kind of low on sleep probably. You
yeah.
probably haven't had a lot to eat. You know,
Yeah.
there's not always it's not always wasn't always getting served a regular meal.
Right, right. This is true. This is true. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh. Oh
funny.
my gosh. Do they remember that moment or
I don't know. I should ask them because
yeah.
I'd be really, really curious.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what they remember in the past, like the big offenses that I've done. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You're right. Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it is funny what they remember and my kids latched onto the fact that one time they were fighting I let them go to Walgreens, which was like 3 blocks away on their own, and
Hmm.
they were a little older and like they had some money and they had some sort of spending limit and Devin went a little over the spending limit because he bought too much candy, and then they were fighting about that, and so I was like, that's it. No more trips to Walgreens for a month. And they were like, you know, and so now they were like, what? Then it became like, well, Devin spent $1 more to get a 2 for deal, and mom freaked out, you know?
They forget the arguing part or
Yeah,
the
they forget the fact that they were just going at it and like just fighting and fighting and fighting, and I just couldn't take it anymore, you know?
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
it becomes mom doesn't like BOGO deals, you know?
Right, right. Exactly. Something totally different that set you
Yeah.
off. I know. It's so
Yeah.
true. So
Yeah.
funny. So
So,
it's
yeah,
all
it's
good.
comparing the memories. Any other moments that stand out in your
I mean, there are so many. I can't think of like I don't know. I mean, a lot of times I'll start going off on something and and
yeah.
and they'll be like, "Are you stressed out or something?" I'm like, oh yeah, it's all my fault. It's
I know.
always me.
I know.
But now I
I
am.
know.
Maybe
Yeah.
they're right, but it's just
Yeah.
so humbling. It's the most humbling. That's the last few years, and I feel like I'm right in the middle of just being so humbled constantly.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is really, whew.
Yeah.
But
It's amazing as many kids make it to adulthood as they do. You know, it's like
that's true.
teenagers.
That's a good
Oh,
point. But thank God
man.
for stand up because there is
Yes.
something cathartic and like I do notice if I don't do stand up for a week or two,
Yeah.
I get really, really wound up. And if
Yeah.
I go and I feel so much better
Well,
after.
and it's almost like even though you're not talking about them as much on stage, it
Hmm.
is it is something that's just for us. That's the kind of thing that I think is so beautiful about it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just for you.
And I feel like there are very few things in my life that I do where it is every ounce of focus is on that thing. My brain isn't going over here. I'm thinking about,
Hmm.
taxes or a doctor's appointment for my 13-year-old or whatever it may
Yeah.
be. And that is so, oh my gosh, it's like utopic just to sit in that complete presence. I
Yeah.
think that's a big draw for me. So,
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that so much. Well, this has been so much fun. Cara, why don't you
It
tell
has.
people, yeah, it has, where people can find you online, where can they best connect with you? And we'll put these in the show notes
Oh
too.
yeah, for sure. Well, my website is cararosellini.com,
Yeah.
and then Instagram also Cara Rosellini, Facebook Cara Rosellini. And then, well, I don't know if I have shows this week, but I don't know if anyone will see it by then.
Yeah, I
So,
think this is going to be coming out. And yeah, I mean, I imagine you could say I have shows this week, and it would be valid almost any time, right? So,
Yeah, I have lots of shows this week. I'm
yeah,
not going to tell you where
I
because,
know.
but yeah, those are the handles. I guess YouTube as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we'll
Cara
put that
Rosellini.
all those links in there. So thank you so much for your time and super fun talking to you.
Oh, thank you so much, and it was very fun talking to you. Our first official long conversation.
Yeah,
I
for
love it.
sure.
Thank you so
Uninterrupted.
much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe, share, and follow us on the socials to get more comedy clips.